Hello everyone, it's Dove again. So it is the middle of October, so this is going to be my late summer update. As you can see, I'm still here in my garage here in Indiana, and I've not left to go out west. That's definitely not going to happen this year for different reasons, personal and, worldly reasons. I've decided to go ahead and stay here at least a few more months. I don't know if I'll be here all winter, but I'll just have to see. Nothing's concrete, nothing's really certain right now. I'm totally in transition. And so I've got a new project going on, and I need to get this place cleared out. This is my wardrobe, basically. These were full when I went to Ohio. I filled them all up with my clothes, and I shoved them all in the Suburban. Well, when I came back, I just brought them all in here and sat them out here, and I've been living out of these. So in the morning when I need clothes, I just come and do that. Previously, I was just living out of these Rubbermaid containers, and that's where I was keeping my clothes. But that's how I have been living for the past couple months, just out here. And so what I need to do is get all those back out to my rig with all my summer clothes in it, and then I'll basically be living out of, I think, just that top one. It has my winter clothes in it. The bottom one is for my storage unit, but it's a hot mess right now. But all this is gonna go bye-bye out to the rig. That's a power station. That'll stay in here, obviously. And this one I had food in, and those are personal care products, so I'll have to shift things around. That one and that one over there had food in it, and I don't really want to put those out there for the winter because some of this stuff you can't let it freeze. So I've got to figure out a different way to store that, a different place. And this is just some kitchen stuff that I had out in the rig. The rest of it is over on the other side of the curtain here. Excuse me. I've tried to take this video 3 times, so my voice is getting a little hoarse. But about a month ago, Bob Wells had done a review on another power station, and it's pretty nice. This is a 700 watt, and it was so inexpensive on the sale that I just couldn't pass it up. I didn't really need it that bad, but I bought it as a backup to the Jackery because the Jackery is going to run my refrigerator, one of my refrigerators. And, I've seen enough nomadic videos, even in the desert, in the winter, they'll get, a week without any sunlight. So I've got to be real super aware of my future power needs. So I did just get this as a backup to the Jackery, and then I got another solar panel to go with that. And then, I thought that's all good and well, and then like 2 weeks ago, Chrome from Van City Van Life, he did a video with Jackery and this company called Xtool, and they make laser engravers. So Jackery teamed up and had bundles for the Xtool and the Jackery. Well, since I already had all my power stations, I didn't go through and buy it through them. I just went to Amazon and paid my own money. Like, I watched dozens of these videos of all these reviews and everything. Well, maybe not dozens, but a dozen. And they were all, had it sent to them and everything. So, but I do believe that most of them were being truthful. And this thing is just amazing. Just absolutely amazing. It has 2 different lasers on it, so it will do up to 300 different materials. Like everything you can think of. Anything and everything you can think of. And so I did go quite a bit into debt on that, and I'm going to have to really hustle to pay that off, because now I've got another power station and that. So my credit card debt is really high right now, and I don't like that. I've got to get it paid down. But if I can wing it and have the right clientele and be at the right places at the right time, this, I'm sure I can pay that off, and then start making a profit and everything. So it actually, when depending on what materials you're doing, it gives off fumes. And so they give you a little, like a hose that looks like a dryer hose that you can vent outside. And that there is my only window in the garage. And it's not going to be ideal, but I do have a plastic cover. You can tell I had it velcroed to the thing. So for years I would put this plastic cover up, and then in the spring or summer I'd take it off, and then in the winter I'd put it back up, you know, and close that window. Well, I'm going to have that open, and I'm going to have to put that plastic over it, and just, I don't know if I'll have to tape it or somehow. I don't even know if the hose will fit in there. I hope it does, because they do offer an air filter. It's really nice, but it's about $400, and I can't afford that right now. So what I need to do is rearrange all of this and move that and get a table set up right underneath this window so I can stick that hose out that window while I do my engraving work. This is a shelf my ex-husband built for me so that I can make wine on it, and it actually has this blanket on it because it needs to be in the dark when it's fermenting and stuff. Now it's just a variety of stuff on there. I don't make wine anymore, but I've got to move that probably to that side of the blanket or something, just so I can make room, and then I'll have this all cleared off. And I don't know, it's just, there's so much to be done, and everything's so uncertain. It's impossible right now to even get everything done in a timely manner. And then that back there, I've got to move that. That's a bookshelf. Those are all my cookbooks. It's not even all of them. It's what I have left after I gave away a dozen or more of them. And then this is my sewing machine. At one time, one of my business ideas was to make clothing products. So up there in the boxes up there, I have material. I have material in the bins down there. Those are the drawers that you pull out. And then most of all this right here, that's all stuff from our personal care products, because I make, you know, like lip balms and skin salves and lotions, and I make hand sanitizer and all that kind of stuff. So those are all containers, and those are my oils and everything. And I've got stuff everywhere. Under there are the bins full of the herbs that I use in my infusions, because everything I make is, you know, all natural and everything. So I've got a lot to go through still, and I've got to figure out, you know, what I can fit in my rig, because this is actually going to take up a lot of space. Right now I've got my crystals out there in that one cubby hole, and now I've got to actually decide on what I can fit in my rig, and I'm really getting kind of nervous because, you know, it's a lot of stuff. You know, I've got all my essentials that I need, but then I've got business stuff that I've got to make room for. So if I'm going to have this engraver plus all the materials that goes with that, I don't know if I'm going to have room for all my crystals and all my other jewelry making stuff, or all my personal care product stuff. So I'm not sure what to do. I'm getting kind of nervous. I want to get that clam out of the rig and get it up on my roof right next to the cargo box, which means I would have to move that Thule cargo box over and then put the clam on the other side. But I don't want it to be out there exposed, and there's no roof racks because there's only like 12 inches. Even if I move that cargo box all the way over to the passenger side, that's only going to leave like 12 inches. So the clam will fit there, but then it'll be flapping around in the wind, and I'm not sure how I'd tie it down to the rack or anything. So I don't know how that's going to work. But if I could get that clam out of the rig, I could use that area to the right of my freezer and make like a pull-out tray. It wouldn't even have to be a drawer, but it could be a pull-out tray or something. I could put that and all my materials in there and everything. This was the bin that I had my underwear and socks in. I went ahead and put those back in my drawer over there. And it's a good thing I didn't spend the $400 for that air filter, because after I went and bought sample material to practice on the engraver, this was almost $400. All this right here. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like much, probably. but it's a pretty big box, and I have many different types of materials in here. Just you wouldn't believe what this machine will do. But down in this box here, I've got little square glass shot glasses, so it'll engrave on glass, tile, ceramic, anything like that. These are wooden keychains that already have the key rings on them, and that's more. Those are all round ones, and then this is just assorted sizes. And then I've got wood bookmarks that came with like twine and tassels and stuff like that. I've got wood coasters, and these are like wood. These are wood, but they're really thick, so it's for like putting a hot pan on at the table or whatever. I got cork coasters. This is bamboo. These are pens, so I can engrave almost anything if it will fit in the engraver, which it is a small area. It's only like 4 inches by 4 inches for my engraving area. So I can only do small stuff right now because they make an extension, a slide extension, but I can't afford that right now. And even then, it would only be 4 by like 15 instead of 4 by 4. So I think I'm just gonna try to stick with small stuff. And then these are cardboard coasters, really thick, like you'd get in a bar. You can see like Michelob or whatever printed on them. These are just blank. There's like 100 of those, and I can print on both sides of those. And then I got bamboo bookmarks as well, and I got some extra tassels because these didn't come with any tassels or anything. And they claim you can do even stuff like felt. So this is a set of felt coasters. There was one missing, but it was only $5, so I'm not even going to worry about it. And what else is in here? Oh, these are blank metal business cards. They're aluminum, and they're really super thin. Same size as a business card, but I mean, you can bend them really easily. But I can print or engrave. Sorry, I can engrave on both sides. This is a box of multicolored. I'm not even sure how many different colors are in there. And then this is a set of all black business cards. And they make some thicker ones, which I want to get the next time because these are pretty thin. I mean, they're very thin. They're just for like business cards and stuff, but they have thicker ones that you can do really nice stuff on. And then I got dog tags, and I think I got this set because it actually has some fish and some cat heads, whereas the other ones I got, there was like 100 of these. So I mean, it was expensive, but there's a lot. There's a huge quantity of everything. That's the dog bone. There's like 10 different colors of these. There's about 100 of these in there. And then these, I think, are the paw print dog tags. So just all sorts of stuff. So I can print on, or engrave on anything. I keep saying print. It's actually engraving. So that's what I've been doing. And that's my challenge now. Make back all that money that I just spent on my credit card, because I need to pay down that balance, and I don't really want to get on the road with that much debt right now. I've got way more debt than I want to have. I've got more debt than I do have money saved, and that's not a good place to start out. Considering I don't have a job, I don't have a home, you know, I've got to do something. So I'm doing everything I can and being as creative as I can, and now I've just got to. I do want to set up a website, but just to start out with, I might start selling on like Etsy and like Amazon Handmade. So whatever, but I would like to get an actual dedicated website for myself too. Alrighty guys, so that was my update. Hopefully the next video you see, all that will be cleared out and I'll have something set up. And honestly, I can't tell you what the next video will be. You know my channel, it's just so random. You know, you never know what you're gonna get when I turn on the camera. So, alright guys, take care of yourselves. Bye.